Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the best of the O'Reilly Update. Way back in 2006, I wrote a book called Culture Warrior, which quickly became a #1 bestseller. In that book, I put forth the goals of the progressive movement, what they really want besides power and money. Now, 16 years later, it has all come true. The far left controls the man in the White House, most TV news operations, newspapers, and Hollywood. I'd say that's a pretty impressive resume. But many Americans still don't understand the progressive language, so I am here to help. Here now, the lexicon. Social justice, that's the big one, the tent under which most minority grievances are displayed. Equity, the solution to social injustice. The government and private enterprise favoring minority groups and sometimes women. Restorative justice, the movement not to punish criminals with incarceration. This, of course, has led to thousands of murdered Americans, most of them minorities. Climate justice, the destruction of the fossil fuel industry and the allocation of massive government funds to support mostly speculative alternative energy plans. Economic justice, guaranteed salaries and jobs. Income inequality, another big progressive tenet. This is the justification for socialism, whereby the federal government controls the money flow to Americans, taking from the haves, giving to the have-nots, with no work requirements or substance testing for the folks receiving other people's money. Inclusion, preference for certain social categories, i.e. gay, trans, minorities. Food insecurity, free food for the poor. Housing insecurity, free or heavily subsidized shelter for the poor. There are other far-left codes, but those are the headlines. Progressives have now reached the apex of their power, with the ill-informed having no blanking idea about what is actually happening in this country. So this is quite the brave new world, is it not? And I don't think President Biden and Vice President Harris would object to any of the progressive stuff, which is frightening. And know this, if progressives get what they want, there will be no safe spaces. What you have earned throughout your life with sacrifice will become a target of seizure by a powerful government. That is the plan. Back after this. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years and interest rates are skyrocketing, as you know. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, predicting recession. So to protect your future, do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. You can get started with a short phone call. They will place physical gold and silver right at your door or inside your IRA or 401k. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Don't wait. You can call them now. 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, hurting the kids. In the 1950s, American school children celebrated the coming of summer with a poem. No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. Today, the dirty looks are cast at traditional grading. As much has changed in the nation's public school systems. Progressive policies that harm children are being installed around the country, and few know about it because there's no media coverage. Let's analyze one of the big things, the elimination of grades. According to leftist philosophy, traditional grading is racist because some minority students are deprived and cannot compete with privileged white children. And there is some truth to that. I saw it firsthand while teaching high school in a ghetto north of Miami, Florida. The progressive solution is to eliminate A to F evaluations and replace them with a totally subjective, does the student understand the classwork mandate. That system allows the teacher vast power because there's no specific academic baseline. Also, many schools are under pressure to promote kids even if they don't know anything, and the teachers understand that. Those who embrace this soft academic approach justify it by citing slavery, ongoing societal bias, and anti-American grievance in general. But the real reason so many minority children don't compete well in school is poor parenting. The same goes for white and Native American students. In fact, few children of any race can succeed academically if they live in chaotic homes with parents who do not care about them. That is the truth. And unless the public school system acknowledges that truth, children in terrible circumstances will not prosper. I mean, how could they possibly compete with the white privilege crew? And if young Americans cannot compete, what is likely to happen to them? You don't need a PhD in math to answer that question. The largest school district in the country, New York City, spends more than $28,000 per student each year. Yet most kids cannot master math or English. The average Catholic school spends half that, and those students perform much better academically. Why? Simple. Parents who pay to send their kids to Catholic schools obviously care about academic discipline because that's what most private schools provide. Public schools often do not foster discipline. And now in New York City, classroom attendance is no longer even required for academic evaluation, nor is civil conduct. The cold reality is that progressive educational zealots are setting up to deprive kids for lifelong failure. What a colossal mistake. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve the message by writing it. If you would like more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com, where you can see me on television each night. In a moment, something you might not know. There is a concerted effort to intimidate and silence conservative thinkers, rewrite American history, and replace our God-given individual liberty with big government controls. The very freedoms secured by our Constitution are now being threatened by the most liberal leftists our nation has ever seen. But there are plenty of patriots with the courage to stand up to the far left. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization in the USA. I am a member, and I hope you will join as well. AMAC members have access to money-saving benefits, a robust website and mobile app, and a magazine filled with all kinds of great content. So please join AMAC today at amac.us and tell them O'Reilly sent you. That's amac.us. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The global tourism industry suffered catastrophic losses when COVID hit. Before the pandemic, 50% of all Americans traveled during the summer months, the average household spending $2,000 for trips. For the ultra-wealthy, however, there is a growing trend right now. It is what travel agents call globe-trotter tourism. For the right price, the affluent can circumnavigate the globe with luxury accommodations and private jets. Here are some itineraries for Americans with big bucks. First up, National Geographic's Global Expedition. Tourists travel with experts inside a private Boeing 757. The 4-week trek starts in Washington, D.C. before heading to South America, Australia, India, the Middle East, and Africa. Tickets start at $150,000 per person. Next, Oceania Cruises. Intrepid travelers will board a ship for a 180-day voyage around the world. Trip begins in Los Angeles, concludes in New York City. Along the way, the boat stops at 40 different countries. $65,000 a ticket, but that includes free alcohol anchors away. Another option is Kon-Tiki Tours. The company offers custom trips, including stops at the planet's biggest cities, cultural sites, even volcanoes. The outfit will take you across the Arctic Circle for $50,000, but tourists have to buy $100,000 worth of medical insurance. Four Seasons, also offering a global package. Stay at the company's lavish hotels for as long as you want. Tourists can shuttle between destinations on a private jet. Prices start at $190,000 per person for a 4-week stint. And here's something else you might not know. Dozens of companies now offer premium tours to the summit of Mount Everest. Prices start at $75,000, but beware, the odds of reaching the peak of Mount Everest are just 60%, and 1 in 5 climbers die during the journey. Back after this. Cooler weather is here and the home heat is on, but it's time to clear the air. Our sponsor, Eden Pure, can help you. Here's what customer George R. has to say. Quote, I've bought 5 thunderstorm units, some as presents, and I've been very pleased with the results. The air smells so much fresher and my sneezing and sniffing from dust allergies has been reduced greatly, unquote. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm seeks out and destroys odors and air pollutants like pollen, along with mold in your home. It does not mask odors like sprays or plug-in air fresheners. It destroys them. With the Thunderstorm, you will not breathe dirty air again. And the best part is there's no filters to buy. Right now, my listeners could save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack. Please go to EdenPureDeals.com. Use discount code BILL3 to save $200. That is 3 thunderstorm purifiers for under $200, and shipping is free, so don't wait. EdenPureDeals.com, discount code BILL3. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.